What's going on, everybody? Welcome back once again to the Crew First Culture Podcast. This is Jeremy, and I want to say thank you for spending your time with me today. Really appreciate that. So, just jumping right in, I mentioned previously, I believe, that I lost my last grandparent over, I guess, a week and a half or so, and had the funeral last weekend. And I was really honored, really blessed to be a part of that funeral. First time I've ever gotten up and spoken or anything at a funeral. So it was good to be a part of this one for sure, just because of how much she meant to me and how much of an impact she had on my life. And so didn't have a lot of time to prepare for this. I got to get up and read her obituary and read what was really cool is read some stories that some of the family members gave me. It was brothers and sisters, it was her kids, it was a couple of her grandkids, and so was able to do that and share some of my own thoughts and stories as well. And so it was really cool. I thankfully had a little bit of time once we got there, and met at a lunch and that they had for all the family, and was able to kind of collect some of these stories and read them, and also sit and write a few of my thoughts down as well. And I was running out of time, and yeah, I had some stories and things to tell, but I was just frustrated because I didn't have that statement that just spoke to the importance that she was in me. And I mean, literally probably 5-10 minutes left before we walked into the church. This came to me, and again, I say this came to me. I'm not trying to act like I'm some wordsmith, but it's important to share how God works through me, and it's not on my timeline. And so thankfully he helped me out at the last minute there. But I want to share this, and then I want to kind of bounce off of that into another conversation I've had here recently as well that'll really kind of lead from that. And so here's what I has. In her own way, my grandmother taught me that as long as you keep your eyes open and always keep an open mind, you'll find what you're looking for, and you'll always have what you need, even if it doesn't come in the package that you were expecting it to come in. And so, my grandmother was very creative, very good ingenuity, and she'd make something out of anything. Her and my grandpa shared countless lessons and things like that with me. And I'm so glad that this thought came to me, because it truly sums up that, what those times brought to me, and what legacy they left me and my other family members with. But if I really branch out and really kind of take a 30,000 foot view of this thought, it means so much more in my life. And like I said, a good friend of mine, Josh, just kind of reached out and checked in on me the other day, and had some very nice comments to say about the last couple episodes, and just what part I've had in his journey. And he's had an amazing Phoenix-like journey as well. And so I'm so blessed to hear these stories, because when I hear these stories from people that they share the struggles and they share the thoughts and feelings that I have, it's so nice to feel that, and to feel and to hear that they're getting something out of the message, because it just helps me continue on. And so I just shared with him that I'm trying to get back into things, like I've shared on here several times. I'm trying to get back the momentum that has been lost due to just the inactiveness online. And he shared with me how, just summing it up, and I'm putting my own spin on things. So just shared with me how great it is to have time with family, and how ridiculous the social media is, and how people get so consumed with it. And my response to that is, I hate him bringing stuff up like that, because it appears when I say, I'm trying to get back into it, trying to play the social media game, and blah blah blah, it sounds like that's a focus of mine, or that's important to me. And if I was being completely transparent, I don't care about social media. I wish that I could do what I want to do, the speaking and the podcast and things like that. I wish I could do it without social media, but the way the game is played, you just can't. You have to have it, and so it pushes followers and all that. And so I kind of started thinking about that conversation in this terms as well. Just always keeping my eyes open, and keeping an open mind, and I will find what I'm looking for. I will have what I need. I just have to keep pushing forward. And maybe even the most important statement there is, it might not come in the package that I am expecting it to be. It might not come exactly like I am thinking it will come, but I will get where I need to be. I will have what I need to have. And so it just shows me that, I need to work on patience. I need to work on being happy with where things are, and don't allow all this outside stuff to kind of hinder the progress and the message that I've been able to share. And so I'm just trying to keep that in mind. I think another great quote that it just happens to plug itself in really well right here. It maybe even tie in what I'm trying to say a little bit better, if I'm not being completely clear on where I'm headed. This is from Albert Einstein. Strive not to be a success, but rather be of value. And that, I think that's the struggle with me right now. I will say all day that I don't care about success. I don't care about the numbers and all that, as far as followers, and as long as who needs to hear the message is hearing the message. But it all is intertwined. I can't reach as many people and touch as many people that need to hear the message if I don't have more followers. It's just, even talking about it now, I feel like, can I even truly express kind of that fight within me without sounding like somebody that's just wanting more? I don't know if I'm truly kind of portraying the thoughts that are within me. But I think if I had anything, in this conversation that truly points to the real, I guess, mission or goal of mine, it would be that Albert Einstein statement. I'm not striving to be successful. I am striving to be of value. That's honestly been one of the kind of the pillars of Crew First, and everything I've done from the beginning. It's add value to others every day. That's part of my mission. That's part of the purpose. That's part of everything I do. But what do you do when your value that you're adding to others is limited to the people that you are reaching? And so that's just one of those things where it's like, I wish I didn't have to worry about this. I wish I didn't have to kind of fight with this to be something I have to think about when it comes to balance. I've definitely been on the wrong side of balance as far in my life with social media taken away from family time. Back when I was doing this way, way more, I was on the wrong end of that. And so I don't ever want to sacrifice that. But I do feel like I need to find a balance in between. How do I use social media as a tool and not go overboard with it, or not let it suck my motivation and my positivity because of the material that is on there, the arguments and the all this. I'm so irritated with it, but it's just something that we have to figure out and make work. And so thank you, Josh, for kind of just talking me through some of those things. And yes, we discussed more than what I'm sitting here saying, but it really did help me realize that I can't do anything beyond what is in my control. I can't make sure that everybody that would benefit from what I have to say gets to hear it. I can't do that. All I can do is put it out there and hope that if there's somebody out there that needs to hear something that I have to say, that they are led to it, and have the faith that that's going to happen, because I can't tell you how many times I've been led to things that I needed to hear. Just out of nowhere, somebody sends me something, or I just happen upon it, when I'm looking through for something to listen to, or whatever. And it happens to be exactly what I need to hear. And so those are just some thoughts today. Maybe some mindless rambling, but definitely something that, I get a lot of times people asking me, where do they start, or what can they do, or how do they start trying to chase something that I am chasing, that the purpose and the mission and all that. And I feel like this is a big part of that. It's a part of that fight and that balance that we have to maintain. And whether we like it or not, it is a part of, the whole, I say game. I hate using that term, but it is a part of the game. If we want to truly expand out, you can't, I'm awful at self-promoting, which is not something it's not like I'm embarrassed about that. I'm glad that I'm not, big at self-promoting, but you can't be a public speaker if nobody knows who you are. And so again, it's just that inner fight that's within me that's like, you're going to have to get over it. You're going to have to find a balance somewhere. You're going to have to use these things for good and use these things to help push your mission forward. And so just my thoughts for the day. I hope that you're in a good place right now. I hope that something I said may have triggered a thought or two in you to reflect on. Man, reflection is where it's at. We've got to spend time in reflection, and it's not a one-time thing. It's constant. There's constantly something that we need to slow down, take a break, reflect within ourselves on, and find the real answers to. I can't tell you how much of my growth and everything good that I have experienced over the past 5, 6, whatever years has come from mainly just reflecting and spending time within myself. And so thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Look forward to seeing you on again. Please like and share and subscribe and everything else that we podcasters need to kind of further our mission. I really appreciate that. And just let me know what you think. If there's something that strikes you, let me know. It really helps me go. If there's something that you would like me to kind of dig further into or discuss that I haven't, let me know as well. So I appreciate it. You can always get a hold of me if you'll look at any social media, message me through there, or the website crewfirstculture.com has my contact information on there as well. So thank you very much. I will see you next time, and remember, it doesn't matter where or what you came from. Great things can come from you. Thank you.